off in the sunset, searching for my place in the world with my guitar up on my hip as the story unfolds.
And welcome into the ballpark. Happy to have you with us. Interleague Baseball on MLB The Show. It's the Chicago Cubs going up against the Chicago White Sox. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. So just about set now. And towing the slab, Jonathan Cannon. But, Chris, he hasn't exactly been stellar here on his home mound.
Well, I'll say this. Every player wants to perform well at their home ballpark, in front of their fans, in front of the city. And you know this guy no different. He wants to be more effective here. So, you look at the numbers. They haven't been great at home. I'm sure he wants to turn that around, and we'll see if he's able to start that in this one.
Trey Turner at the plate. That one outside. And this interleague matchup is underway. Kicks and fires. And now 2-0.
Ball.
Straighten him up a little bit.
No strikes.
Let's see if he gives him anything to hit here. There's the strike. And now 3-1. Ripped right field. That's back there. That one way back, and it's gone. The first batter of the game leaves the yard. His 18th home run of the season, and just like that, they're out front. It's 1-0.
They put a good swing on it, but the box score might want to credit the win for that home run. Well, you got to love a game that brings some action from the jump. And at the plate, he was looking for a pitch to absolutely drive. And, leadoff hitters aren't up there anymore just working the count, trying to get on. They're looking to make some noise and do some damage.
Here's Kyle Tucker.
Not getting the results he's wanted at the plate recently. Barely hitting over the Mendoza line this month.
There's the strike. You'll one. Ball one there.
With the big bats coming up and a home run already surrendered, he's really going to have to execute against these next couple of batters.
Nobody on, nobody out with a run in here in game one of this three-game set. Way out front for strike two.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you can get hurt.
And now it's even up. That's down and in. And Kyle Tucker will take his base. Aaron Judge at the plate, hitting a ton of homers this year, second most in the National League. That one finds the corner, and it's 0-1.
No ball, one strike.
Tucker gets his lead at first with nobody out. inside. And the count is 1-1.
1-1.
Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
Good late sink on that fastball. Out of the hand, looks so good. And then by the time it gets in the hitting zone, hard to get the barrel to it.
Rip to third. Feed to second. That's 1. On the ball. 2.
Oh, man, what a smooth double play. That was a thing of beauty from start to finish.
And it's Rafael Devers in the box.
It's been a tough stretch for him at the plate. Just 1 hit in his last 5 games.
Just
Ball
off the outside edge. Ball 1. Two out, space is empty.
Hey.
Next
2-1.
offering is downstairs. And there's a ball.
3-1.
There's a swing and a drive. And out of here. He'll touch them all. It's their second home run of the inning. It's 2-0.
Knew what pitch he wanted to hit. Spit on some other pitches in this at bat. Was very patient, and it paid off.
So 2 down. Here's the left fielder, Riley Green. And first offering is fouled off. And ball 1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Two down, nobody on. On the ground to the left. In time to Vaughn. Third out, and that ends the frame. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. And it's 2-zip. You're dialed into the show. Back here on the south side. And today's starting pitcher, Sandy Alcantara. What's the scouting report on him?
Been a very solid pitcher throughout his career. ERA around 3.5. What I like is he competes, he stays in the game, and he gives his team an opportunity to win.
Now the left fielder, Corey Julks. That one back up the middle, and it gets through. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Well, no waiting around right there. He was ready to swing it on the first pitch. Timing on the swing was good, able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach paying off.
So digging in, Dominic Fletcher. And that one gets past the catcher. Jokes into scoring position on the wild pitch, and there goes the double play possibility.
Can't imagine he's too happy with that one on the mound. Just one pitch after giving up the single, he basically turns it into a double.
The 1-0. On the ground, out to short. Turner with the throw to first. One gone, bottom half of the first. Time to check out the lineup for the White Sox. One guy swinging a hot bat recently, Andrew Benintendi.
Well, these days we know teams, they put a game plan together for every hitter in a lineup. But a guy like this, they circle him, make sure he doesn't beat you. So they put in a little extra time and effort on how they're going to approach him. He can be a huge difference maker when he's hot. So it's going to be fun to see how they try to work him right here.
Andrew Vaughn in the box here lets that one go for a ball. One out and a runner at second. Vaughn with a homer in his last game. That's off the inside corner, and the count now 2-0. Out front, rip foul. Man at second. Up the middle. To first. Now 2 away. So now it's the 4-hole hitter, Nick Maton.
He really needs to start making more contact, striking out nearly twice in each of the last 5 games.
Swings through that one for strike one.
0-1.
Jokes on third with 2 out. That one missed.
1-1.
Two outs. And he hits a ground ball right side. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. The White Sox leave one. They trail things here 2-0. New inning getting started. Giancarlo Stanton to the plate now. Stanton, a member of the 1,000 hit club. Can't forget to mention he's a former MVP. Cannon back to work. Right down to shoot. Strike one. Misses the sweeper. Joe McDonald, our umpire behind the dish.
Yeah, Boog, Joey Mack. Sometimes a little tough to figure out. We may see some hitters and pitchers asking him where a pitch was here or there, but most of the time he keeps it reasonable.
Next
1-2.
offering way off the plate. What about an umpire's height? How much of a role does that play in your experience and what the strike zone is like?
Yeah, I think it pushes the strike zone up a little bit, which, you know, as a former hitter, you like that. You wanted the ball up. You didn't want to have to deal with stuff down in the zone consistently.
As the game has moved along, we see more and more information supplied by teams about the umpires. I've been in clubhouses where they have pictures of all four guys, nicknames, hometowns, and as well hobbies listed, just so you can kind of small talk the umpire a little bit.
That's great.
3-2 now. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Well, he didn't get the call on the mound the pitch before. Felt like he should have had him looking, I think. But, you know, that's good composure right there. He found a way to come back with another good pitch to get him to swing and miss.
Here's Contreras now. And there's a strike.
No balls. 1 strike.
One out, bases empty. Just missed.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Up the middle, Montgomery on the run, sends it over to first. On the money, nice play. And here's the DH for the Cubs, Colt Keith. And first offering is fouled off. Two down, nobody on. And that one is inside, ball 1. And there's a foul ball. Struck him out looking with the off-speed stuff. Cubs are down quietly. They're up 2-0. Here on the south side, and now here's the veteran DH, Andrew Benintendi. Benintendi, the former first-round pick, Golden Spikes Award winner. To third, Devers. Whips it to first. That's 1 out, the bottom of the second. Now at the plate, Kyle Teal. He was 1 for 4 back on Wednesday. And that's in there at the knees.
Wow, that's 89 on the gun, and it's a changeup. It's like good hitting if you're looking for it, but because of the speed differential between the fastball and that pitch, really hard for a hitter to get on time with it.
And this one looks like trouble. Makes the turn and heads for second. And that's a double.
Well, a swing like that can help you come out of the struggle. We saw the numbers coming into the ball game, but all he's trying to do at this point is help his team win.
One out, runner at second. And next to hit for the Sox, Colson Montgomery. First pitch misses. And that's downstairs and outside.
He doubled up on the off speed there. We talk about the power fastball, but he's working a little differently here.
Man at second. And it is 2-1.
2 balls, 1 strike.
One out,
balls,
a runner at
2
second,
strikes.
bottom half of inning number 2. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
That's to third. Devers zips it to first. Out. 2 away now.
Batting 8th, second baseman, Sosa.
And here is Sosa to the plate. He has consistently been one of the best in the sport against lefties, and yet the righties give him trouble. You know, you don't want to be labeled as that guy, but the numbers say what they say.
No, he's a good player, but if he wants to be great, he's going to have to figure it out against right-handed pitchers. There's so many right-handers in the game that you're going to see them one after another. So you would imagine with that many looks, Boog, that the adjustment's got to be coming soon.
And that misses. And that's ball 1.
1-1.
Teal at second with 2 down. There's a swing and a miss.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Here's a 1-2. This ball's chopped on the ground, and that one handled to first. Safe. And runners at the corners after the infield single. So 2 outs with runners on the corners. Here's Bobby Dahlbeck. Ball 1 there. Out in front with the swing, and that is strike 1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
2 aboard, 2 outs. This one in the air, right field. Tucker drops into the glove, and that will end the inning. White Sox strand a couple, and they're down 2-0. Back here at the ballpark, coming off a tough series offensively, and a look at those numbers. Hammered down the right side, but foul. That one ripped, but foul. Outside low, and it's 1-2. Foul ball left side. He'll see another. Lifted in the air, right center field. Maton moving under it, and it's caught for the out.
Now batting, shortstop Trey Turner.
So the batting order turns over. Here's Trey Turner. He's already homered here in this one. That one finds the zone, and that's strike one. One down, base is empty. Clips the outside corner, and it's 0-2.
No balls. 2 strikes.
Swing and a pop-up. Sosa settles underneath it, and he makes the catch. And there's 2 down. Two down, base is empty. And next for the Cubs, Kyle Tucker. Walked his first time. Line to second, snagged on the bounce. Nicely done for the out. Nothing happening there for the Cubs, but they hold a 2-0 lead. Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league. Fouled off. He was late. Hard hit left side. Devers throws out to first. Leadoff man retired here in the third.
Center fielder, Dominic.
Here's the center fielder, Dominic Fletcher. Grounded out his first time up. That one catches the corner for a strike.
0-1.
Oh, 2 now. On the ground to third. Devers throws out to first. And a couple of quick outs.
First baseman, Andrew Vaughn.
Andrew Vaughn now. Rolled out to second in his first at bat. And And a base hit up the middle. And that extends the inning.
He was all over that one. He wasn't able to elevate it, but he put a great swing on it. Right on time, good balanced approach, and just blasted it through the infield.
Nick Maton steps to the plate for the White Sox. Grounded out his first time up. This one chopped on the ground, but foul. Two outs. And a ground ball to first. Dives, but it kicks off his glove. Beats him to first, and they come away with an out after a tricky start to the play. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and one left. 3 innings complete. It's the Cubs 2 and the White Sox nothing. And we're back. John Sciambi with Chris Singleton, and set to lead off the fourth, Aaron Judge. Went with the sweeper, but it misses.
You know, these Cubs
no
showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. They're doing a good job of working the pitch count, and they've been able to push a couple of runs across to score as well.
The wind to kick the 2-0. Inside, almost got him. Judge waits. And Judge spoils that one.
Still relatively early, but with a pair of runs already on the board, the ripple effect of that high pitch count might set him up to do more damage later in this game.
That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
His ability to draw walks has been something that's been part of his career since day one.
Man aboard, and here is Devers. He's already homered in this game. First
Ball
pitch,
outside.
and he just misses. Judge aboard here at first with nobody out. That clips the corner.
He's trying to stay away from this lefty, knowing that a lot of left-handers like the ball down and in.
Ball. 2-1.
Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95.
2-2.
Ripped to first, caught, takes it to the bag himself, and doubles him off.
Man, those are tough ones all the way around. As a hitter, you feel you did everything right and kind of got robbed. As a runner, you're in a really tough position trying to read the ball and get back. And as the first baseman, it's a split-second reaction to catch the line drive as you're coming off the bag. But he did a great job of having the awareness to know he could get 2 outs, not just the one.
Green stands in now and watches strike one. Two down, nobody on. Top half of inning number 4. And that
No,
one
that's
a
a ball.
little below the knees. And 1-1. Late that time, and it's strike 2.
1-2.
Way
2-2.
inside, gets out of the way. That
Ball
one
3.
misses. Full count now.
Full count.
Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again. Hard hit to third. Over to first.
That's an out.
And that is the inning. Welcome back as we take a check of the current standings.
Designated hitter, Andrew Benintendi.
First
No.
pitch just misses.
You know, these White Sox, to put it bluntly, need to put together more competitive at-bats, and I don't think they've lived up to their own expectations at the plate. They're swinging early, being aggressive, but 1 or 2 pitches later, the at-bat is over. That's not going to cut it if it's not resulting in hits, so they might want to be a little more selective up there.
Tap foul at the plate. Swing and a bouncer out to short. On the run, throw to first. Pretty nice play there. Here's the catcher, Kyle Teal. Doubled his first time. Top of the zone for a called strike.
Well, we call that keyholing. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
Not
1-1.
even close there. And now it's even 1-1. Swing and a miss as he was out front.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
One down, base is empty. And look out,
Time.
as
Got
that
him.
one
Hit
ran
first.
in and got him. He had him 1-2, and he ends up hitting him with a pitch at the plate. Colson Montgomery grounded out his first time. Maybe a 2-ball, 5, 4, 3 double play.
He's out.
And the inning is over. Nothing across here this half. We played 4. It's the Cubs 2 and the White Sox nothing. Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point. Cannon back to work. Outside low, and it's 1-0.
1-0.
And another ball.
He hasn't wanted to challenge him. Both of those pitches off the plate away. Don't expect anything down the heart of the plate. You may just have to be patient and take your walk here.
And he swings and lifts one to deep center field. Just missed it.
Wow, he looked like he was running before the ball was hit. Didn't have much time, as that was a hard hit liner, but a nice job of covering a lot of ground in a short amount of time.
Contreras goes 6'1", 240 pounds, usually a first baseman. Today, starting behind the plate. Contreras in the box with one away as he takes ball one.
Yeah, Boog, and I think that's a tougher transition to make, going from first base to putting on the catcher's gear, being behind the dish. A lot of times you see guys go from playing catcher to being a DH or a first baseman.
Base is empty, one away, and we're at the top of the fifth. Line drive, base hit. Colt Keith, the next Cub to hit. Struck out looking at his first at bat. That one's upstairs, ball one. Man at first, one away. Lined into left center, and that should be extra bases. Contreras around second. Coming home. He'll score easily.
Comes through with the RBI. Put a really nice balanced swing on it, and when you can rope one into the gap like that, you're thinking extra bases from the first couple of steps out of the box, and he'll feel real good about that one.
Now the White Sox manager is out of the dugout and will make a move to the pen. Jonathan Cannon is done. It's a 3-run game, and we'll be back to tell you about the new arm in a minute. Dan Altavilla taking over on the mound.
Still pretty early in the ball game, so this bullpen has some work ahead of them. Best case scenario might be if he can come in here and get several quick outs, kind of bridge the gap that starter left for him.
One out, runner at second. Bo Bichette gets a chance to hit. He's 0 for 1. That one laced to center and a base hit. Now a long throw home. It's offline. The run comes in, and they lead by 4.
Everything came together for him. I could watch base hits like that one all day long, and so could every hitting coach in the league. Just a nice line drive into center field.
Back to the top of the lineup. Trey Turner with a chance now. That just misses. 1-0. The shortstop takes the ball. Bichette leads off first with one away. Inside, just missed.
Boog, he never moved because he never had time to. But that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
And ball four, two aboard.
He did not take the bat off his shoulder the entire at bat.
2 on, 1 out. And now Kyle Tucker. And that's off the inside edge. And that is ball one. 1 out. Runners at first and second. Just off the inside edge.
Good spot for the hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
That's in there. Now 2-1.
Back-to-back fastballs in. That last one called for a strike. Probably go away, but look for him to come back in there to try to finish you off.
Swings through that one out in front that time.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Two on, 1 out. And now it's filled up.
He should get a pretty good pitch to hit here with 3-hole hitter coming up if he's walked.
And that'll load the bases.
Just missed his spot on the inside right there.
So they're all loaded up. Here is Aaron Judge. Singy, he's got a history of coming through into big spots. I know I like to talk about, I'm not sure whether clutch actually exists, but you look at the numbers, and this guy always seems to deliver in those spots. And that one a little bit high.
Well, I think it's the ability to assess the situation, understanding what the pitcher has, what he's trying to get people out on, and then being able to use the entire field.
This one is blasted. A no-doubter. Grand slam. A gigantic blast. And they add to their lead. It's 8-0. That's their 3rd home run of the game.
They're having a lot of fun at the plate in this one. They've got the long ball working for them on autopilot. Wow, what a huge at bat with the bases loaded to be able to come through with a swing like that. You know, he was wishing it to stay fair. He gets to touch the ball, and a grand slam could be huge in this ball game.
Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. Dan Altavilla won't go any further tonight. And as he heads off, we'll step aside for a minute. Back with the new pitcher after this break. Michael Mercado gets the ball now.
I think it's got to be a little tough coming in out of the pen when your guys are trailing so big on the scoreboard. Just doesn't have the same intensity to it, but he's got to find a way because these batters count the same for his stats, obviously, regardless of the score.
1 out, base is empty. Here's Rafael Devers.
If you're a guy that can only hit to one field, then you're really not going to be able to come through in clutch situations because pitchers are going to adjust. But because he's able to use the entire field, that's why he's so successful in these situations.
When you played, did you play with guys that you thought were clutch, and sort of what were the attributes you said that's what he possesses that allows him to come through?
Well, we always used to joke, you know, guys want to eat steak, and there were some that just had a knack, could understand that, all right, this is a big, you know, payout if I can come through with a knock here. But I think when you really look at the numbers, you really audit everything, guys kind of are who they are.
One of the things that Jim Leland used to say when I was broadcasting with the Marlins, the longer a plate appearance goes for a batter. This one swung on and hit well. Way back there. See you later. They do it again. Back-to-back homers. His second home run of the game. It's 9-0. That's their fourth home run of the game.
They can't stop, and they won't stop hitting home runs in this one, Boog. They're clearly feeding off of each other at the dish. Back-to-back jacks, and this club is fired up right now, Boog. I mean, this is the kind of thing where you really start to notice hitters in a lineup feeding off each other, and the collective confidence just continues to grow.
Base is empty, one away. Here's Riley Green. He's grounded out a couple of times. Pitch misses. Ball one. Still only one out here in the inning. There's a strike. The 1-1 is fouled off. Swing and a pop-up in foul ground. Dahlbeck snags it for the second out.
Now batting, the first baseman, Giancarlo Stanton.
2 outs, base is empty. Giancarlo Stanton digs in now. That's a strike. 0-1.
0-1. Yep.
Quickly into an 0-2 count. Both pitches were down in the zone. I think you set your sights a little bit higher because you'll have a tendency to chase if you look down in that area.
Right side, Vaughn. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. It's now 9-0. You're watching Major League Baseball on The Show. The Windy City Showdown continues now. Now here is Lenny Sosa.
Well, every pitcher wants run support, and having a lead is nice, but it can be challenging for some pitchers. I think keeping the mindset to attack instead of trying to be too fine and have too much finesse. Go after hitters and get quick outs.
Sneaks through, base hit, and the leadoff man aboard.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. I know that was a ground ball, but it was absolutely hammered through the infield. That's not one you're excited to get in front of if you're an infielder. You know they used to say, charge it. Crazy.
And next to hit for the Sox, Bobby Dahlbeck. Flied to right his first time. That one finds the zone. That's strike one. Base hit, and now 2 aboard.
Up next for the White Sox,
One of the first real jams of the game for him, Boog. Back-to-back singles to start the inning, and he's had a real solid outing, but he needs to lock this situation down if he wants it to stay that way.
Back to the top of the White Sox lineup. Stepping in, the White Sox leadoff man, Corey Julks. 1 for 2. He had an RBI base hit back in the first. Check swing called strike. That's strike one. First and second, no outs. Last half of inning number 5. Swing and a miss. There's that changeup.
0-2.
And that one upstairs, ball 1.
Pretty standard high 0-2 fastball right there. If you're smart, you'll look for something down in the zone, but not too far. Don't want to chase that breaking ball in the dirt.
Fouls it off, still 1-2. No outs, runners at first and second. Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. That's back there. And forget it. A 3-run dinger. His second of the year, and they throw 3 on the board. It's 9-3.
With this pitcher's velocity, a changeup is really a break for a hitter. He got a BP fastball, didn't move a whole lot, and he absolutely tattooed it.
Dominic Fletcher steps to the plate for the White Sox. Has grounded out a couple of times. And that one is in for a strike.
No ball. 1 strike.
Hit on the ground to short. Handles, throws to first. 1 away. That ground ball may have him back on track after the homer.
Good fade and sinking action of that changeup got that hitter to roll over.
Andrew Vaughn will hit next. 1 for 2. The number 3 overall pick out of Cal for the White Sox in 2019. Edge of the zone for a strike. 0-1. Just missed. Swing and a ground ball. Slinging it to first in time.
Now batting, right fielder, Nick Maton.
And now the right fielder, Nick Maton. 0 for 2 in this one. That one pushed foul, out of play off to the left. doesn't get the call. 1-1. A little out front there as he swings through it.
Well, he went inside a couple of times, and now outside. Hitter's not exactly sure where to look for this next pitch.
Ground ball left side. Gets it to first. Out. That ends the inning. 3-run bomb for the White Sox. It's now a 9-3 ball game. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on the show. Back at the ballpark as we take a check of the bullpen so far this season. And there's a strike.
You know, these Cubs, digging into their numbers, have to be happy with the swings they're taking. They have 5 extra base hits on the stat sheet so far, and that tells me they're seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well.
And a foul ball. And that's downstairs. And the count 1-2.
With all those extra base hits, it's easy to think we're going to see that trend continue the rest of the game. They seem to be really locked in at the plate.
And Wilson down on strikes.
Oh, really expanded the zone right there with that fastball off the outside corner of the plate. Got him to chase it. That's a tough one to lay off of because it starts close to you and just continues to run away from you in that batter's box. So it's a really nice pitch with 2 strikes.
Keith up for the 3rd time here. Watches that one miss. The Cubs up big in this one, and we're the top half of the 6th. And another ball. Swings through that high fastball.
I would throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
Man, that was pretty gross right there.
Pitch misses there, and that's ball 3.
He's great hitting the ball the other way, and that pitch did a good job to straighten him up a bit. Mission accomplished.
And they'll do it again. Popped up, foul territory behind the plate. Has room, and he makes the catch.
Now batting, second baseman, Bo Bichette.
2 down, base is empty. Bo Bichette up to the dish. Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95.
Well, they say it's the best pitch in baseball. Strike 1. You get ahead on a good hitter as well. Gives you a little bit more confidence to move through the at-bat.
Two down, nobody on. Swing and a ball lined out towards center, and that'll get down for a base hit.
Hitting is really easy for some guys. One thing that I can see already, his bat stays in the zone on plane for an extended period of time. And guys like that, they have a high contact rate and they have more barrels because of that bat being on plane. And even when you don't get it great, it's still hit hard enough to dunk something in like that in front of the center fielder.
Turner stands in here. Tried to hold back his swing there, but went around. Next offering is in for a strike. So Trey goes down on strikes. Cubs lead one, but they lead it 9-3. The Windy City Showdown continues now. Bottom of the sixth. Now it's the DH, Andrew Benintendi. Strike one.
You know, that's a swing you'll see a lot against a good sinker. Just right over the top. Tough to barrel that up.
And now the count is even.
1 ball, 1 strike.
The 1-1 is fouled off. Stays alive. Swing and a miss. Had him out front for the strikeout. And now the catcher comes up to him, Kyle Teal. Foul ball. One down, base is empty. Swing and a ground ball, and that one gets through into center field.
Multi-hit game for him now, and with the lack of results he's been having lately, I'm sure he's feeling some relief. Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch, just shot it through the infield.
And here is Colson Montgomery. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. Teal, the runner at first, with one gone in the inning. A little bit low.
Too low.
In the air to left down the line. Green on the run. Won't get to this one. It drops foul. And it's a strikeout for the Sandman, his second of the game.
Oh, it can be so tough as a hitter to pull yourself out of an extended slump, one that lasts for several games, even a week or more. You know, right now, he's really in one, so I'm sure his mind is all over the place, racing, having a hard time sleeping, trying to figure out what can get him back on track, back to feeling more comfortable and settled in the box.
Soy como un carro moderno que prende por un botón. Yo soy como un carro moderno.
And that one is inside.
One ball,
The White Sox
no strike.
with a lot of ground to make up here in the bottom of the sixth.
Ball.
Ground ball right side. Throws to first.
He's out.
That ends the frame. One hit, one left. Seventh inning coming up. It's the Cubs 9 and the White Sox 3. Back here in a blowout, which gives us a chance to talk about just about anything.
Bro, don't get me fired.
Singing, did anybody ever give you the silent treatment?
I don't remember that they did. I think they were pretty cool with me in terms of celebrating my rookie year. First home run came in Anaheim against the Angels. And
No ball.
I always
One
love
strike.
to watch now, though, especially when that player is unsuspecting. You know, some guys, they've been around long enough to know there's a good chance I'm going to get the silent treatment.
one.
But when that player's maybe been grinding it out for a
1-1.
little while and finally gets that home run, is expecting the big lift coming into the dugout, and they just stonewall him, it's awesome.
So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Every once in a while, they'll work that same trick on a veteran player. If, say, he's been cold or hasn't hit a home run in a long time. And that's always fun when you don't see it coming at all.
No.
And everybody in the dugout goes crickets on him.
Yeah, and that veteran player's usually got a response for those individuals with one or the other hands.
Here's a 2-2.
Ball. Full
That was your
count.
worst start one year. Didn't you start like 3 for 33 or something?
Oh, it was awesome. It was awful. Not awesome. It was awesome.
Not so awesome.
It was awesome for pitchers facing me, but it was awful for me. It sounded like some type of deal at a fast food restaurant, like 3 for 33 or something.
Now batting, center fielder Aaron Judge.
Here comes Aaron Judge. Called strike right there. Bullpen action for the Cubs. Tyson Miller up and throwing for manager Craig Counsell. Judge comes up empty there.
He got away with one there, but he knows he can't go into that spot very often against a guy like this.
Nobody out. Runner at first. And now
1-2.
1-2. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. And it falls. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
Third baseman Rafael Devers.
Now it's Devers at the plate. He's got a couple homers already, so can he possibly do it again?
Come on, man. Of course he can. Those two he hit were legit, and he looks pretty locked in right now at the dish.
First offering, and it just misses.
He's getting a little frustrated out there on the mound, getting hit around a little bit. Let's see if he can settle himself down.
Hit in the air, left field. Montgomery hauls it in for the out. And there's one down.
Yeah, that's a tough play for the infielder, ranging back into the outfield. There's part of him that's saying, hey, where are you at, outfielder? Call me off. But he stayed focused and made a nice catch right there.
Here's the left fielder, Riley Green. 0 for 3 in this one. This one high in the air to left center. Jokes makes the play, and there's 2 away.
Up next with the club, first baseman, Giancarlo Stanton.
Now here's Giancarlo Stanton. That one pushed foul. That clips the corner.
Probably the best one we have seen. Throwing it where he wanted to, have a nice tight spin to it, and a teaser just off the edge of the plate.
First and second, 2 down. Here in the top half of inning number 7. And a good eye there.
Well, that's kind of what you expect in an 0-2 count. Excellent job of the hitter to have the plate discipline to lay off of that pitch.
Scorched to center. No doubt about it. That is long gone. That one felt good. His 23rd of the year, and they tack on to their lead. It's 12-3. That's their 5th homer of the game.
Man, they're all getting into the action. It's starting to feel like a home run derby up here. That one was a hanger, and pitchers typically don't get away with making a mistake like that. And right there, he made him pay.
Here comes the manager out of the dugout, and he'll make a move for the bullpen. Michael Mercado will depart. We'll be back in a minute with a new arm on the mound. Number 64 on to pitch out of the pen here.
And compared to a lot of other relievers, strikeouts have not been a big weapon for him this year. So the defense should be active.
Two outs, nobody on. Now the Cubs catcher, Wilson Contreras, known for his rocket arm behind the plate. Just missed. Hammers that one deep left field and forget it. They go back to back. His 18th home run of the season, and they tack one on the board. It's 13-3.
Maybe he's starting to break out of this mini slump. That's the type of swing that makes you think good things are coming his way. Well, he put a really nice swing on that one, and everything was on time, took a direct path to the ball, excellent extension, and just drove it out of here. Nothing better than when the ball jumps off your bat like that.
Base is empty with 2 away. Colt Keith, the next Cub to hit. And first offering is fouled off. And that's
Ball one.
outside. Slashed foul down the right side. That'll hook off into the seats. Hit in the air, center field. Fletcher on the move. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And that'll do it. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. 7th inning stretch time. Major League Baseball is on the show. It's that time of the season. Let's check out some notable trade candidates. Swings and blasts one deep to left center. That's down. One hops off the wall. Safe at second with a leadoff double.
All over that one right there. A well-deserved double on a great swing. Got everything going on time. He stayed balanced and he squared it up about as well as you could possibly ask.
So back to the Here comes Craig Counsell, and we're going to see a pitching change. They hand the ball over to a new arm, Tyson Miller.
Well, he's a big-time strikeout guy out there. This season, averaging more than 1 per inning.
Stop us. I really doubt it.
Top of the zone, and it's called a strike. That catches the corner.
He doesn't seem to like to pitch up. Hasn't offered on either one of those pitches. 0-2 count now. I think the guy's going to climb the ladder out there.
Just off the outside part of the plate.
I don't know how you take that one after the called strike on the corner. Just a little bit off the edge.
Got him swinging. And now the center fielder, Dominic Fletcher. 0 for 3 with 3 groundouts. Swing and a miss, strike one.
0-1.
That one to first. Stanton steps on first for the out.
Up next for the White Sox. First,
Andrew Vaughn steps to the plate for the White Sox. 1 for 3.
You tell me what's so good about being on
Swings through that one. 0-1.
No balls. 1 strike.
2 outs and a runner at third. Here at the bottom of the 7th. Swing and a line drive, and that's a base hit into right field. In to score is the runner from third, and it's an RBI single. Our score now 13-4. Here's the cleanup hitter for the Sox, Nick Maton. 3 groundouts already. He's 0 for 3. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. Just missed. The 1-1 is fouled off. Vaughn off of first with 2 away. Swing and a miss, and he got him. That's the inning. They get a run on 2 hits, no errors, and a man left. We look ahead to inning number 8. Cubs lead it 13-4. Back at right field, ready to begin the 8th. Here's the second baseman, Bo Bichette. The other way, and foul ball. Ripped into right center, and that should be extra bases. Now he'll turn for second. It's a double, and he's 3 for 4 tonight.
Well, that's how you respond. Leadoff man comes up, gets into scoring position. Now there are several ways that they can get this run across.
Here's the shortstop at the play, Trey Turner. And that drops in for a strike. Runner in scoring position, nobody out. And we're in the top of the 8th. That misses off the outside edge. On the ground to first. The flip to the pitcher covering. Turner is out. Kyle Tucker, a.k.a. King Tuck, to the plate now. And first offering is fouled off. 1 away with a runner at third. That's down and in. The 1-1 is fouled off. The next
Ball
pitch
two.
misses. 2 balls, 2 strikes the count.
Two
Way
strikes.
to lay off that fastball up right there. You're looking for something you see well that you can handle, but you also have to keep the discipline so that you're not popping up pitches that are just a little too high.
Just misses the mark outside the zone.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Runner on at third, 1 gone. And ball 4, 2
Take your
aboard.
base.
Well, a good day for the on-base percentage right there. Walk number 3, and the free bags keep on coming. You down with OBP, Booth?
And next for the Cubs, Aaron Judge. Pitch misses inside. Ball 1. And another ball. That one finds the zone. 2-1 now.
Good pitch to hit on a tee up in the zone. I think he was looking for something else right there.
First and third, 1 down. That's outside. Now 3-1.
Pretty easy to give up on that pitch right there. Started on the edge of the plate with the spin. You know it's going to finish well off the plate.
On the ground. And foul ball. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Montgomery tossed to second. Not in time at first. It's a fielder's choice.
I promise you, there are guys that get a little bit faster when they can smell an RBI. That was a possible inning-ending double play. Great hustle, and he gets rewarded with the RBI because of it.
And here is Devers. Yeah, that's fouled off. Two outs. Right through there for a strike. Goes down swinging for the strikeout. Went back to the fastball, and it was effective. So a run on 1 hit, no errors, and a man left. Last half of the 8th coming up. The Cubbies out in front, 14-4. Bottom of the 8th. So now it's the White Sox DH, Andrew Benintendi. Miller in his 3rd season, 29 years old, and they went out and made a trade for him last season. Miller back to work. He swings and fouls one off. Pitch is in there. 0-2 now. Got him looking, and he didn't like the call. Didn't agree with the call at the plate right there.
Now, Brooke, in a game like this, that's just too close to take. It's a blowout game. Guys have been out here for a while. Umpire's saying, hey, let's go. Cut it loose. Swing the bat.
Kyle Teal steps to the plate for the White Sox. He was late there. Strike one.
0-1.
That missed by a lot. And that's ball one. Just missed.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Base is empty, 1 away. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. That one fouled off. One down, base is empty. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
He came out of his mechanics there. Typically likes to shoot the ball the other way, but that time, a little anxious.
Colson Montgomery steps to the plate for the White Sox. 0 for 3 with 2 groundouts and a strikeout. High fly ball, and that one curling foul down the right side. Two down, nobody on. Oh, and he hit him. He had 2 strikes on him, and he hit him. Lenny Sosa getting ready to hit. Here's a high fly ball out to center. Judge sizes this one up. He makes the grab, and that ends the inning. We go to the 9th. Now the left fielder, Riley Green. Fastball for a strike. Fouled off left side. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. And there's a ball. On the ground, right side. Vaughn steps on the bag. Now 1 gone in the 9th.
Next for the Cubs, first baseman, Giancarlo Stanton.
And now it's Giancarlo Stanton.
With this kind of lead, he can swing freely, try to hit the ball out of the park, do what he loves to do.
And first offering is fouled off. Comebacker to the mound. Slings to first. 2 up, 2 down.
Now batting, catcher, Wilson Contreras.
2 outs, base is empty. And up to hit is Wilson Contreras. That one in there across the letters. Two down, nobody on. Here at the top of the ninth. Hit on the ground to short. Montgomery tosses across to first, and that is that. So they make short work of him there. And 9-1-2 scheduled to lead off the bottom of the ninth. The Cubs are on top 14-4. Back here on the south side, here's the third baseman, Bobby Dahlbeck. It's interesting, he plays kind of a power spot defensively, but runs pretty well. So when you're looking at that position, you're not expecting someone that has maybe above average speed, but he does. In for a strike, and it's 0-1.
And I think that skill set really upgrades the position, because when you have that kind of speed, it makes the whole team that much better.
That's a little bit low. What about him playing another position on defense, one that would require a little more range?
Absolutely. And I think if push came to shove where they had to make a move during a game, it'd surprise a lot of people. You might even be able to put him in center field.
1-1 now. In there for a strike at the bottom of the zone. Liner caught it second.
That swing right there tells me he's seeing the ball pretty well. I know it didn't produce a hit, but he made solid contact, and that's all you're looking to do anytime you're at the plate.
Corey Julks steps to the plate for the White Sox. That's in for a strike. Swinging a foul straight back. The Cubbies up big in this one. We're in the last half of the ninth inning. That one misses. 1-2 the count. Fastball is outside.
2-2.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Here's the 2-2. And a foul ball. He stays alive. The White Sox with a lot of ground to make up here in the last half of inning number 9. Got him swinging for the strikeout. White Sox down to their final out. Dominic Fletcher, the next to hit, 0 for 4 with 4 groundouts.
And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
On the ground, and this should do it. Trey Turner gloves it. Throw not in time. It's an unlikely infield single.
With 2 outs, you just want to find a way to keep the line moving for the next guy. So an infield single right there does the job. Nicely done, just putting it in play and getting down to first to keep this inning alive. You never know what might come next as a result.
And now it's going to be Andrew Vaughn. Yeah, that's in for a strike. 0-1. Fletcher leads off first with 2 down to the inning. Foul ball there. One strike away.
And fastball misses outside for a ball.
Now 1-2. That one way inside. Two outs. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming.
Full count.
Squirts away a little bit. To second, but way too late. Safe there. And now a man into scoring position.
Nobody on defense feels great right now. The pitcher feels responsible for missing so far outside, and the catcher wishes he could have done more to try to stop it.
Gets a piece and stays alive. In the air, right field. And it falls. The run comes in from second. It's an RBI single, and now it's 14-5. Nick Maton steps to the plate for the White Sox. 0 for 4 with 3 groundouts and a strikeout. First pitch misses. And look out. That one gets him. The second man he's plunked in this one. First and second, 2 down. Benintendi to the plate. 0 for 4, 2 strikeouts, and 2 groundouts. And first offering is fouled off. 2 on, 2 outs.
No, that's a ball.
Swing and a miss. Now he's in a 1-2
One
hole.
ball, 2 strikes.
Base knock right field. Coming home. 1 run across. Coming home. The tag, and that's the ball game.
It's always nice to grab the opener of a series. You come into a new ballpark, and just sometimes things aren't as comfortable as what you've been used to. The mound doesn't look straight. The background isn't what you like, but they didn't let any of those things distract them. In fact, they looked like they were playing a home game. Excellent job to set the tone for this series.
14-6, the final score. The Cubs go home a winner. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show, thanks for stopping by. I'm John Shambi. Talk to you soon.